Whoa. Whoa. It's another edition of Sober Wednesdays. Sober Wednesday here in the dream. It's the for many, holidays are a troubling time to be struggling. So we have an hour dedicated to those who struggle in all their various forms, whether it's alcoholism, drug addiction, sex addiction, gambling addiction, food addiction, drama addiction, gambling, what I don't even know. Whatever your addiction is, it's getting between you and your relationship with a God of your own understanding. So we offer you a solution to that dilemma, if you will, man. And that solution is laid out here in the first in chapter 5 of the big book Alcoholics Anonymous. Though this is not an AA meeting, nor is it affiliated with AA in any way, dude. We just use some of their literature because it's a pretty good path to ridding yourself of the bondage of self. So with that said, we usually open up with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Amen. Wisdom to know the difference. Ooh, that is a challenge, isn't it, dude? All right, what's going on? We got DY1, Kimmy, JW, Mellow Meadows tuning in from Las Vegas, dude. Turner Richmond from Rome, dude. All right, right on, dude. Glad you're here, dude. David Brune, my brother, dude. Ryan Brady. I have no idea about Dan, Ryan, David Kelso, Grateful Ed, BW, dude. Yeah, we all do BW, but that's why we're here, because the drink won't solve the problem. The drink will only increase the problem. There is no respite. I've tried. Many of us have tried. There's nothing in that bottle, dude. We were out hiking today. We went hiking and exploring, like, off trail back here. We found this rad 1 pint liquor bottle that said not for against federal law to use for sale or something. It's pretty rad. It was an old, like, maybe it's an old bottle. I don't know, dude. Was it? Somebody drank it. It wasn't us. But with that said, man, yeah, we offer a spiritual drink here for the next hour. That is the plan. A spiritual drink for next hour. And yeah, whoever was what was that? DY1. Yeah, dude, that was a heavy sober Wednesday last week, dude. Super grateful Kim came on to share the thing, because that is what this is about, is saving lives, saving our own lives, so we can help save other people's lives, right? So for example, David B there, he actively participated in saving my life when I was at the end of my ropes, man. And somebody actively participated in saving David's life, and so on and so on. So that's our job. That's the main reason we get sober, is so we can help other people realize there's a way out of the dilemma. And the dilemma is self, dude, and ego, and being sensitive to this uncomfortable reality we all share. This is a very uncomfortable reality here on Spaceship Earth. And spiritual beings trapped in a terrestrial form, dude, operating in the 3 dimensions and 5 senses. Whoa! Let me rock it to the 4th dimension, dude. The bottle holds delay and deprivation. True that. Trails with Riley. Hello. Trails with Riley, dude. We got David and Derek. All right, let me read chapter 5, how it works, because that is the tradition. Again, as I say, this is just an outline on a path that can help you achieve sobriety one day at a time and clean out the wreckage of your past so that you can have a fruitful and bountiful relationship with the God of your understanding. So like I said, we picked this from the big book Alcoholics Anonymous, though this is not affiliated with AA in any way. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to the simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorder, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we're like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go. Absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us, but there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point and we asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove all our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all the persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only nods for his will and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all of our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I cannot go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We're not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides of progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter of the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. C, that God could and would if he were sought. Could and would if he were sought. Could and would if he were sought. It's funny, man. Dude, today was like, I've been struggling lately, man. And today was the first day I haven't actually been struggling. So what was different about today as opposed to recently? Dude, I got up this morning. Sorry, there's a box under here that's blocking my feet. It's driving me crazy. So today I woke up this morning and I got on my knees and I prayed. I haven't been doing that for a while. Like, I have not been getting up in the morning and hitting my knees and praying. It's such a simple thing, and yet it might as well be one of the hardest things to do sometimes, right? Because the interface that determines your day really starts first thing, right? And today I got up extra early. And I've been struggling with that. Just I haven't been getting up. I have not been living to how I want to live, right? And I am at the same time, which is like, this yin and yang of it all, dude. Like, but I've been super tense underneath the surface. And things are going on that trying to line up projects and things and just trying to juggle reality, finances, projects, property, animals. All the animals have had everything's been going on with the animals, all of it. And so instead of going to source, going to God, going to my personal savior, I guess I've been trying to run the show on my own, dude. And that has led me to be super uptight. And it kind of eventually, I sort of snapped the other day. I threw my coffee cup against a rock. Like, I just glitched out, dude. Cause like I was angry, dude. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, but you need to do that sometimes. Sometimes you need to just see what the darkness looks like, man. How much darkness you truly contain, dude. And let that just be enough, dude, right? Just a little glimpse, a little taster, just a little tasty of it, dude. A little finger in the bag. Darkness, dude, right? And so I don't know. I recalculated, and again is it's a challenge, man, right? Because there's a lot going on in this life, dude, and there's no excuse really. But the balance is the spiritual truth versus the terrestrial reality, right? Like I am here, like I am breathing, living. Dude, you know what really helped me out last night, dude? Dude, look at that. See that right there? I don't know if you can see that bump. It's sort of like a series of events occurred yesterday. I opened the shower door just randomly, and the thing just like flung off and just T-boned me in the head. Like, bam, dude. Like, I'm lucky I didn't have to get stitches. It like wailed me. Knocked some sense into me, maybe. Maybe it just made me like pain is a good thing. Like, pain is the touchstone of spiritual growth, right? And it was that thing, like I threw the coffee cup in the shower, and God threw the shower at me, dude, so to speak, right? And so today, I woke up this morning before the rose, before anyone was up in the house. I got the coffee going, and I was like, I need to pray. And I was like, whoa. And I got down on my knees and I prayed today. And I was like, whoa, I have not been doing this for too long. I was like, whoa, I've really drifted away from the things that have kept me sane the last couple years, dude. And because like I got stuff to do, dude. And I'll tell you what, today was the first day I actually felt like in the rhythm of it all in a long time, man. Today was a win. And it was that thing of, because I had nowhere else to go, dude. I sort of hit a bottom in my own reality, dude. I was like, dude, like, what am I doing? And yeah, it was an aggressive, violent action with a coffee cup and a rock. And I was like, whoa, dude. So, here we are, and we all struggle. But the thing that I've found is, like, there's a struggle that's pretty easy. And what I mean is by that is like, and going back to like early sobriety, dude, when I was first getting sober, and I've talked about this a lot. When I was first getting sober, it was, I don't want to say it was easy. I want to say the target was clear. Like, the target was clear. Don't put drugs and alcohol in my body. That's all I needed to do in the beginning. Just don't do that, which was pretty easy. Like, it was hard. It was hard on like a mental and physical level. But on a certain level, like, the target was right there. Like, it was right there. It was all encompassing. It was everything. It was just, don't do that. And then once that kind of thing, it was like, okay, do the work on yourself, but it was still all involved with like, now it's just do the work on yourself, which was like his huge target too. And then at a certain point, like you just start living life, dude. And then it becomes very subtle what the targets, Viet Cong in the jungle, dude. It's snipers at the gates of heaven, dude. It's right there. It's you don't know. You're trying to make it to heaven, but there's shots ringing out and you don't know where they're coming from. And they're coming from inside of you, but you don't know what it is. And ego will tell you you've got it all under control and this and that, and you're just not clicking and you don't know really where to start because we forget like that's I think that's the hardest part with the whole thing, right? They say it takes, 28 days, 30 days to change, to break a habit and start a new habit, right? Change a habit, basically. But it takes a split second to forget what to do, right? It takes a split second to forget, like, it's like all this, like every morning you get up, like I always trip, like the person who goes to sleep, like when I was out there in the field, like I was one of those people that like when I had an idea, dude, like I was triple gung ho about like capitalizing on it in the night day I'm in, right? I knew if I went to sleep, odds are the whole energy field is going to change. And I think that still rings true, as I find it very hard to transition from one day to the next, right? That gap between the day I'm in and the day I'm in, right? Because I'm always in the day I'm in, right? But there's a point where I put myself to sleep. And if I don't do it properly, I don't drink enough water, I eat a bunch of sugar before I go to bed. I don't do what I need to do in my day to set myself up for a good day tomorrow. And then don't do what I know I need to do because I forgot. Like I just woke up and I forgot. Like that's what I mean. Like I don't know how long it's been since I got up in the morning and I just prayed in the morning. It could be months. It could be like 6 months. I don't know. I can't tell you. And that's what's kind of like freaked me out a little bit this morning. Was I was praying. I was like, oh, this is super familiar, yet super unfamiliar. Like I know I haven't been doing it. And I was like, whoa, dude. And then, but realistically, that action changed everything because then like I was back in God's thing and God sort of led me to on a rad path today. Like I got up and just started doing all my bills and getting all my bills organized. And then Al got up and like we just started doing our homeschooling stuff. And we were like pretty much rolling homeschooling stuff by like kind of finishing up pretty early in the morning. And then I was like outside to work on this project I'm building out here in the front. And I got into that and it was at a point where normally like I'm finishing a project around here and I'm like, I didn't get enough done. Today I was like, I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it. I'm right where I want to be right now. And I haven't had that vibe in a long time in the last couple months, maybe longer, where I'm like, because every day I got 100 projects around here that are just overwhelmed. And it's hard to be underwhelmed. I was talking about being underwhelmed, and it's like, yeah, I got a lot going on, but today was that first day where I was like, okay, I'm where I want to be with what I'm doing. Like I'm cool. I'm shutting it down. Tomorrow's Turkey Day. We're ending early. And then I was like, hey, like with the family, I was like, you guys want to go for go cruise around in the backcountry over here in the land that go, literally we can go across the street and walk to Canada and there's nothing but an open space between us and Alaska, dude, basically. And we walked around back there and had a blast, dude. It was a good time, dude. And then we got back here and just the energy's different and it's good, dude. But where did that all come from? It all came from me realizing that I can't do any of it without my higher power, without the God of my understanding. And I have to interface first thing, dude. I mean, I'm not one of those dudes that like rolls out of bed and like, I can't like sometimes, but that's not my thing. It's in that window of the morning, right? Like in that window of the morning. And so, yeah, I think I might have broken the cycle, but the trick is that as an alcoholic, as a drug addict, that movie Memento, right? Where the dude's got tattoos, the stuff on him, dude, so we can remember the next morning, like the clues. It's sort of like that, dude. Like I'm sitting here talking to you and I'm like, dude, how do I make sure that I have the willingness to do that tomorrow, right? How do I know I'm going to I don't. Like I cannot guarantee that tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and rinse and repeat what I did today that was successful. Because I know for sure that how I started my day was a component to the success of my day today. Will I remember to do that tomorrow? That's the rub, dude. That's the hard thing. I'm gonna battle to do it. But if I remember to pray before I go to bed tonight, I got a good shot at probably have a chance at doing it, dude. But there's no telling, and that is the spiritual dilemma, because if I rely on myself, I'm going to get to where I need to go, but I'm not going to get to where I need to go how I want to get there, which means I'm not ultimately going where I'm supposed to go. I'm not being fruitful and occupying the land and being in that zone of contentment, right? Today was a very mellow day, and there was moments where it was like a little herky jerky, but generally speaking it was like one of those days where I was like, okay, like this is what it's supposed to look like. It's not over there, it's not back there, it was right here, dude. It was in the zone. So will I remember, dude? I don't know, dude. That's the catch, man, right? So with that, there's my little opener. A little opener where I'm at, what's going on, dude. And yeah. What do you guys got going on? Let's see. Blessings. Our Blue Belly's got some blessings. Missing remote. I quit Marlboro smoking a year ago. Stopped cold turkey. Yeah, I was in it. And yeah, I'm curious, what do you think about practicing stoic response to struggle versus reacting with anger and emotion? I think you gotta respond, man. I think you have to look, you know what, man? I've been watching a lot of.
I see get the pyramid structure.
Okay, we've been watching a lot of the Clone Wars, right? And you look at, and Anakin's an interesting case study. Anakin turns into Darth Vader. How does he get there? Because he's constantly denying his truths, right? And that's how Emperor Palpatine manipulates him and convinces him that everybody's lying to him, and he can't see through the hubris of the Jedi. The Jedi have lost their way, right? He's too afraid to call them out. And he's ultimately living a lie because he's having kids with Padme, and he's secretly super angry and like a cold-blooded killer, but he's pretending he's living in this thing, but he knows that he's super gnarly and it works for him, and he doesn't follow the rules and the whole thing. And so that's how he gets manipulated into becoming Darth Vader. And and boom, because he denies his darkness.
Yeah, got it.
And that's where I'm at with the whole thing of it. You almost done, Bird? You can leave those on the, just leave those on the floor. I'll put those back later. Dude, can you guys stop?
I totally just want to wonder how many number bags.
And so I did. So it's that thing, right? Where no, so I don't believe in stuffing it, dude. That just ultimately leads to eventually it's gonna let itself out one way or the other. And for many, dude, their way they let it out is to go back to drinking and using again, dude. So I don't know who Ryan Holiday is. Stopping the morals must have been hard. Yeah, returning back to your normal state. Good for you, missing remote. It's not, you're not quitting. Don't use the word quitting. Like that's the super thing. You're returning back to your natural state as a non-smoker, dude. If you use the word quitting, it's a slave word, dude. So don't use quitting. You're returning back to your natural state. Naturally, we do not ingest tobacco. I mean, yeah, you get what I'm saying, dude. From what's up, Junkyard Dog, dude? All right, we're up. So yeah, that's where we're at with this whole thing is we can't be in denial of what we're about or what's going on, and we kind of have to have the ability to look into inward and not fear it, dude. So to know thyself. Well, but self can't reveal. But the thing is, self can't reveal self to self, dude. That's the rub, dude. You can't do it yourself. I mean, you can go if you think you can go sit under the Bodhi tree, like and eat leaves, dude. Maybe I don't know, dude. But self can't reveal self to self, dude. So you bump into that thing where the only way you're going to get it is by working with the shadows and the mirrors and not being afraid of the shadows and being like, all right, that is me. That is part of me, and not denying it. See, that's where that fourth step thing comes in is making a fearless and searching moral inventory of yourself, right? Is because then you get to find out what your character defects are and all these things. And it's not, you can't deny who you are. The people that deny who they are inevitably end up burning the house down again because they have a secret, right? It's a program of their honesty. So there's no point pretending you're not an angry person. Like I have a gnarly temper, dude. There's no point pretending that you are something you're not. Because when you do that, you're just lying to yourself. And ultimately you're giving the ego and the addiction everything it needs to run rampant on you, dude. So I definitely get into the whole thing of just, you need to be able to work with the mirrors and the shadows, dude. Sense to it makes to resist is to suffer. Also, like a thing is I like, right, to the difference, right? The serenity prayer is a good lens, is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know the difference, right? So the last couple of weeks I had to like battle some like terrestrial stuff with some like subcontractors and stuff, and it wasn't easy, dude, right? And there was a certain point where I was asking myself, am I causing myself, I am causing myself to suffer, but if I didn't go through there was some resolution on it the other day too, which was super good, dude. I'm not sure sometimes if the things I've worked for me are amiss in my life. It's not time yet, or because I haven't been strong enough to force my will. There's no forcing your will, dude. Like that. It's funny, dude. That's that whole weird Jocko Willnick concept of it all. That just like forcing your will, dude. Yeah, all right. That's why this whole thing's broken, dude. It's a bunch of people forcing will, dude. The will is the forcing of the will is not what it's about. It's the exact opposite, dude. It's allowing God to guide you, dude. Like, look, the sculptor does not, yeah, they like the sculptor, right? Like I watched this dude chisel rocks, this channel where I watch this dude chisel rocks, right? He uses strong force, but the will isn't it's the guidance isn't in there. Like it's the sculpture releases it. It's not, there's not, it's different, man. So that's what I'm getting at is when you're forcing things, you're not in the flow state, dude. There's no denying like strength of character, strength of personality, strength of muscle, strength of intent, all of these things. But when you get into forcing things and will, that's that tactical nonsense I can't roll with, dude. It's funny. I went down the Jocko Willnick bunny hole the other day, dude, and I was just like, dude, that dude is so gross. I'm really not into like that whole way of being, dude, because I don't want to live like that, dude. I want God to use me as the paintbrush, dude. I want God to use me as the chisel, dude. I don't want to be in charge of the chisel, dude. I want, like, that's the thing with like the artist and the thing, they're releasing the sculpture from the chunk of marble, right? Or granite or whatever they're chiseling away at, right? If it's will and force, right? Force of will. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude. There's something to be said about allowing it to unfold. Like, yeah, like I'm out there like slamming sledgehammers and doing all sorts of stuff, but it's when I'm at one with it, right? When I'm in the flow state with it all, there's no force going on of will. It's feathers. It's funny. I was out, so I go out there and I chop wood a lot. And I like to go out there and just swing the axe and chop wood. And I'll tell you what, the axe and the body and the thing, when you're like, we'll chop the wood, dude. It's like magic, dude. There's something magical about it. And it is definitely like, I get why it's chop wood, carry water, right? Because in order to do it right, it's not a force thing. It's a flow thing. It's a balancing of these things, right? Like, yeah, to carry a bucket of water. So I remember, dude, when I was young, right? I used to have to carry these 2 buckets of water up to the horses and sheep, like where we lived, right? And it was like up this like thing of stairs, dude. Must have been like 70 stairs or something, dude. I hate stairs, dude, for this one reason, dude. And so I used to have to fill up the 2 buckets and carry them up these stairs, right? And you had to do 2, because if you did 1, you'd be out of balance. So you had to do 2. And they would always slosh about, right? Like, and they get me wet. And it was this thing. It just used to make me so angry, dude, as a little dude, man. But it's the funny thing is, like, when you realize what it is like why it's such a spiritual thing to chop wood, carry water, right? Is because in order to do it, like, you have to get your body in control, right? You have to get in control of your body, get balance. The only way you can get balance is to be balanced within yourself. Dude, you can't have a bunch of like, going on in your head, dude. You have to like walk and put one foot in front of the other and do this thing. Like, I couldn't do it as a little dude, man. I just didn't have it. But I think back on it now and I'm like, oh yeah. It's because I know what it doesn't look like, right? And again, it's like the same thing with chopping the wood, man. Like, when you drop the axe on that piece of wood where it's got its thing, ping, ping, dude, and like, it doesn't matter, dude. It's this finely tuned physical force thing, but the intent that I've realized is not to force it like, I'm gonna split the thing. It's a wax on, wax off, dude. Right. So it's the balance, man. Missing remote, bought some paint bottles, acrylic, and brushes. When it comes to being in contact with others about my work, it's a different story. I don't know. Haley Bruno. Sometimes I get so destructive because I can't hear God. My coping mechanisms are dark. Yeah, well, that's why most of us drink and use drugs, right? Like, our coping mechanisms dark. Like, look, dude, like, without God, I want to kill them all, man. But God sorted out, dude, right? Like, that's why I talk, like, that's why I'm firmly like, the thing that I try to do here is point out the reality. Like, I'm in touch with my darkness, dude. Like, I know what it is. That's why I don't want the de-evolution of it all. Like, it's all going to collapse anyhow, because that's inevitable. But what I'm saying is, like, I know what it looks like on the other side. I don't want anything to do with it. That's why I can't get into the Green Beret spirituality, the Navy SEAL spirituality. Like, I don't need that, dude. Like, I know what that is. I know what the darkness is inside myself. And that's why I drank and drugged, dude, is because the darkness that's why this world is so chaotic. That's the fallen state of the whole thing. And understanding that, like, the solution's not to act in it or deny it. The solution is to truly understand what it is that causes us to be in this darkness, this violence, this need to force ourselves on all of it. And sometimes it's righteous. Sometimes it's absolutely righteous, and it's good. Like, I don't believe in the doormat mentality, man. To resist is to suffer. But sometimes what is the resistance, right? Sometimes the resistance to act in the affirmative is to suffer too. Sometimes not to resist standing up for yourself is suffering as well. Like I remember, like, early, like, especially like in the rooms and the whole thing, that whole resistance to suffer, and like, you're supposed to be sort of passive. And I go, no, dude, like, to resist my true standing up for myself, I'm not supposed to be abused, like, in that sense. Like, I'm not supposed to allow myself to be a victim. I'm not supposed to victimize either. Like, that's the balancing act, right? Like, I'm not supposed to allow myself, as a sober spiritual human being, I'm not supposed to allow myself to be victimized. That is against God and everything I know it to be. But at the same time, I'm not supposed to victimize either. It's to find that balance between not being a victim and not victimizing, which I would say is the razor thin margin, right? And when you fall on that razor, dude, like, you can easily slip yourself in half, dude. So again, I don't subscribe to the whole pretend that everything's okay. Everything's not okay, dude. This is not okay. What's going on here on Spaceship Earth is absolutely not okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm a victim to it. And that doesn't mean that I have to be a doormat to it. But I don't need to go out and bang someone's face against the ground to make it better either, dude. Like it really is. It's like if I can nurture the seed in the if I can turn the soil, the dirt into soil to nurture the seed, I'm doing something in the direction of healing that duality, right? Because I am the great destroyer just as much as I am the healer, right? It's only through a God of my understanding that I'm allowed to propagate growth versus equal destruction, man. And so it's very much don't deny the truth. And sometimes I forget, right? Sometimes I forget, but then it takes, a shower door to the head last night to remind me of like, oh, it's just that quick, dude. And get involved with your local dirt. That's right, dude. Get involved with your local dirt, man. Turn it into soil, baby. Turn it into soil. And that's the struggle, man, is how do you take this thing and make it flourish? Because you can easily go trick yourself too. That's why I do not get into the whole prosperity gospel or the everything's okay sobriety, dude. Like, I don't do that because that for a person like me would make it even harder. Like if you were sit there, if someone in the beginning of sobriety would be like, everything's going to be great, dude. Yeah, everything's going to be right. But David and Joe didn't tell me that. David and Joe didn't go, oh my God, dude, you're going to get sober and your life's going to get wonderful. They were basically like, you're going to get sober and your ass is going to get beat. And you're going to be stoked that your ass is getting beat, dude. And then you're going to rise above and you're going to realize what the beating was all about because you can take it. You can do it, dude. You can get to this thing. And the lesson of the beating is not to fight back, right? Shantaram. Read that book, Shantaram. It's a great opener, dude. So the opening of Shantaram, the book is the dude's getting tortured, man. Like, it's the opening scene of the book because the dude's getting tortured and he's thanking or he's thanking the dude inside of himself for doing this to him because he can take it, man. And that he has realized that he is his own torturer, right? So that's the thing is like, yeah, you can go run around and start punching people in the melon, but you're just punching yourself in the face, dude. And that's the struggle, dude, is not to punch yourself in the face by punching someone else in the face, right? And that's what I meant is like the coffee cup left my hand, explode on my right. The rock. My wife was like, "You're an asshole, dude. Like, I don't want to be around you right now. You've lost the plot." Sure enough, it all circled back around where like it just came right back and hit me in the head where I'm like, okay, like the butterfly wing, right? Like I had to take that unchecked, aggressive, because when you're in aggression, right? When you're spiritually unfit, you are both victimizer and victim at the very same time, dude. That's the thing. You're not in harmony. You're actually doing it to yourself. So when the butterfly wing, right? Like they say, what the butterfly flaps its wing causes a hurricane around the planet. Like literally, I threw the coffee cup. A day later, dude, it just circled around, and just squared me up right in the head. Like there it is. That's a coffee cup hitting me in the head, traveling through the intergalactic frequency of this universe. But like the beauty of it is I knew exactly what it was the minute it occurred. The minute the shower came off the door came off and hit me in the melon, I was like, okay, enough, dude. Enough with your BS. Enough with you better get re-grounded, right? And And that's sort of where it was for me. Like I had to get regrounded, and today like was a very grounded day. And for the first time, I did not feel wow. Like I've been super frustrated lately. Today was the first day I have not felt frustrated in a long time, dude. And I've been Owl. No, not right now. Please wait. Up, dude. What do you need? Owl. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, dude. All right. Okay, I got it. You're in the middle of your project. I get it. Okay. I get it. I got it. You're good. To resist is to suffer, right? Like that. See, that's what I mean. Like that just like, wait, what am I doing, dude? What's more important? Setting that dude free so I can be free, right? Or resisting. So it's this thing like I think about it today. Today was the first day I wasn't annoyed in a long time. And I've been super annoyed lately. It's funny. I didn't even realize that, dude. Like, wow, what a radical. So this is what it was supposed to look like just flowing through the day. Interesting. I forgot. And it's funny. I'd been sitting there kind of moving through days lately, and I've just been super like annoyed. And I go, why am I annoyed? I'm annoyed. Like it's that weird thing, right? Like I've been so like annoyed that I've been annoyed that it's making me annoyed. Right. It's just this circular thing where it's just the snowball is just the vacuum cleaner eating itself. Like today, I finally broke the cycle, dude. And the only thing I can attribute it to is I got on my knees and I prayed this morning. That's all I can attribute it to is I remembered to pray this morning. I asked God to come in and guide me and give me purpose and give me strength and do his will, not my will, dude. Where were you in your life when you were 27? Portland, Oregon, probably something like that. 27. Yeah, probably from Portland, Oregon, getting crazy, dude. You're doing okay, dude. That's nuclear fetus. Unstable connection, dude. Dude. Unstable connection. Are we back, dude? Unstable connection, dude. That's never been a true word, man. And anyway, so that's the challenge, dude. You like that. That's what's so interesting about now that I sit here and even kind of marvel at it. You only know when you're in the zone, dude. You can't tell, like, when you're not in the zone, but I don't know how to get there. It's like today, if I can remember, man, gosh, how can I remember, dude? I just I need to memento. I need to tattoo it on my forehead, dude. Pray in the morning, dude. Get up and pray, dude. Be grateful, gratitude, dude. Just be gratitude. Can I remember to do that? I don't know, dude. I think I can. I'm gonna pray tonight that I remember to pray tomorrow, dude. And it's again is just stay close, man. Stay close to God. Stay close to God. Man, today I'm just tripping out. Like today was the first day I wasn't triple annoyed all day. Wow. I forgot. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. it really is good stuff when you can get there. But like I said, it's sometimes you got to go down, dude, in order to go up. Sometimes you got it. And I think that's why where a lot of people don't why I don't believe in the whole like everything's going to be okay sobriety. It's like, no, you need to get your ass kicked, man. You need to have life's brutality inflicted on you so that you remember which way is up, dude. It is that things like you do need. It's hard to like we get all like spun out like I forgot which way was up, dude, and now I know. I'm like, oh yeah, because I got a taste, dude. We're all here for a reason. Yeah, and I think I think one of the weird things too that like again is that's why I think it gets down to a praying only for his knowledge. Hey, what's up, paraplegic bear, dude? It's having had a spiritual awakening as a result of this. We try to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all of our affairs. Like that's our purpose, dude, is to help other people achieve some spiritual awakening, dude. Like that's our job, dude. That's the purpose that we're here for. It's not anything else, man. Like I'm telling you, like one of the things that really kind of set me back in a like was last week's Sober Wednesday, dude. Like really kind of I felt purpose again. Cause it's tricky, like, doing this thing. It's like, I'm pretty much up here on the compound, like building, like, write a note, right? Yeah, but I don't operate like that. Like I'm an all in or I'm an all out, dude. Notes don't work for me, dude. You gotta commit. I gotta commit to the lot. Gotta commit, dude. So, tomorrow's a good day. We got a plan for tomorrow, dude. So that's fun. We're gonna go up and harvest wood out of the forest tomorrow, dude. You have to send it out to the void and it'll come back to you at random. Yeah, it really is you got to give it away to keep it, man. Yeah, you got to feel it deep in the bones. You got to know. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. There'll be time for counting when the dealing's done, dude. It's again, I don't know. All I know for sure today was different, and I just attribute it to like I got up, hit my knees this morning. So I will roll back in there and give that a go tomorrow, man. And that's it. Because anyone telling you that this is easy, it isn't. It's definitely a challenge, and like I said, there's nothing in my life that should convince me that it's any other way except this. My brain left to its own devices will ruin everything, dude. Will tell me it sucks and blah, blah. So that's what I got. I think I'm gonna cut out a little early and have dinner, dude, and go chill with the fam. So if anyone could, Kimmy, I know you throw up the Canadian suicide prevention number, and could someone throw up the United States suicide prevention numbers and any other suicide prevention numbers? Because again, at the heart of this whole thing is your life has purpose. You are meaningful. You're valuable. We need you here because your energy field is super, super important. And the fact if you can heal yourself, you too, paraplegic, you have a wonderful, beautiful Thanksgiving, man. And may the 988 is the suicide hotline for America from Nuclear Fetus. 988 is the suicide prevention hotline in America, dude. And these are the good days. God bless everyone. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for you too, Carooster. Grateful Ed, thank you. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing through gratitude in the sense, but it's the willingness just to be broken sometimes and be like, all right, dude, and not succumb to my own insanity, dude. Because when I remember to do it, dude, like it all works. But it's remembering to go to God. So and remember to breathe. Yeah, breathing's important, man. You got to get the you got to breathe, dude. I don't know, man. Yes, Ben. Yes, indeed. So, with that said, where's Kimmy and the Canadian? It's I want to say it's 4564566. I don't know what the prefix is, dude. I hit Canadian. It is 988. Where's the Canadian one, dude? Canada's got one too, dude. Maybe that's just like the universal thing, dude. Here it is. This is the Canadian. It's 1-833-456-4566. 1-833-456-4566, dude. And call that number, dude. And remember, dude, your life counts. So on the way out the door, dude. Hey, and remember, man, this is that time of year where people get really like spun out on these holidays and stuff. I'm not one of those people. No, I'd never been the trifecta holiday, like, whoa, doom and gloomer. But if you know someone who's might be isolated and lonely, maybe give them a call, check in on them, and just make sure they're doing okay, especially if they have a predisposition to mental illness or suicide, or they've been taking a beating, or, who knows, dude. The wife left them, whatever it might be, dude. Please just check in on some of your people, man. The life you save might be your own. So God bless. Happy Turkey Day. And God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. All right. Thanks, everyone, for being here, helping me stay sober one more Wednesday. Good night, everybody.